action.
Sure. What's meaningful about your work at Magid?
What's meaningful to me about my work at Magid really is the environment. It's a family-owned company and it feels like family. And I think when you have an environment like that, I think that it makes you relax, it makes you appreciate it, and I think it allows you to tap in a part of yourself where you can really be focused and get more productivity done. That's really it.
What a great answer. Really good.
Customer win, you want to give an example?
Yeah, there's many things that I think a lot of our salespeople at Magid have done to win accounts, and there's some that are creative and some are just systematic. Both are effective. A few years before I left the field to go work in management, I read a book by Chet Holmes called The Ultimate Sales Machine, and there's a lot of uncomfortable exercises in there that you wanted to try, but I always believed in trying new things, and if it works, great. If it doesn't, we won't ever do that again. One of the things was warming up your sales cold calls. So the hardest, you can't get new customers without getting new appointments. It's just that simple. And the stats say that you are 80% more likely to land that first appointment if they know your name in advance to calling. And so you can't buy them sports tickets. You can't act like you're trying to buy them. You don't know them yet. So you send them a box instead of a letter, because everybody opens boxes and not letters. And the item that Chet Holmes suggested was a Rubik's Cube. And with a note saying, puzzled on how you're going to reach your cost savings goals for 2015? Don't be. Of the last 30 deals I've been a part of, my clients have saved an average of 25% across the board. I'll call you in a week to book an appointment and blah, blah, blah. So it's a little uncomfortable, but you are sending a box, and I got to admit, it did help the ratio in going and closing deals. I think of Parsons Electric, I think of Dyke and McQuay, I think of Sukup Manufacturing, I think of places like that, and I've seen a lot of my reps use it. And the idea isn't to send a toy from 1983. The idea is to send something unique and a little bit of mind-catching that catches their eye and makes your name remembered. And that's the key, and then you key and you follow up. What makes Magid special to our customers? I thought about that question a little bit, but it's actually an easy answer. I think it's the products, it's the pricing, but the game changer, I think, is the people. And we have excellent people inside this company and on the outside in the sales force as well. Really special people on both sides. We have the innovative people on the inside that are giving us the tools and enabling us to go out and get the business. But we also have some real great killers at going and implementing that, as well as some shipwreck savers. We've lost accounts, and we have some people that are talented enough to be able to retain that business, and we do it consistently, despite losing the contract, despite losing their favorite buyer, that sort of a thing. And that takes a different kind of person to do that. Well, I think the obvious answer for wowing a customer is, if you can, is to get them to come to Chicago, get them to come to Romeoville, here to the headquarters. I think it's the most underutilized closing technique in the business, at least in our business for us. If a customer warrants the size or a prospect warrants the size, there's nothing like coming into this building, seeing your name up on a marquee in the lobby, feeling special, seeing your own company logo, that sort of thing. Meeting the family, meeting the owners, having the chance for the owners. The owners of Grainger aren't going to sit down and meet you. First of all, it's a publicly traded company. That'd be a lot of owners, right? But you're not going to get the CEO of Grainger. You're not going to get the CEO of Fastenal. But you're going to get the CEO of Magid. You're going to get the VP of Sales. You're going to ask them all the tough questions you want to ask until you're satisfied. You're going to see how the products are made. That's a different kind of experience for a lot of people because they really haven't been exposed to that. So I think that's the obvious answers when they're coming in, seeing the products being made, seeing the technologies, meeting the family, breaking bread with us at lunch, in the lunchroom. It all creates a very powerful wowing experience, to call it that, and put it in your words. And I think it's also a very powerful closing technique for prospects. I think safety at work, what it means to our customers is, again, I think that's an experience, not a slogan. And I think it's the innovative products. One ply covers its sleeves before anybody else was doing it. I think it's the aggressive low pricing. I think it's the salesperson, again, to go back to that. I think we have some incredible people, and you can't have incredible success without incredible people. And so I think we have the whole experience of safety at work. It's getting a PPE assessment done from somebody who knows what they're talking about and can speak the vocabulary, not the, oh, I don't know, but I'll get back to you crowd, and we all know who those people are. You know, so that's the safety at work. It's the experience. It's the PPE. It's getting good counsel on your safety advice. I mean, all these people have signs that say safety first on their buildings, and you know, they either believe that or they don't. And we can, if they believe it, it's going to be abundantly clear when they sit down with a Magid salesperson. I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly.
And then there's a tough thing, but you figured out how to make it easier.
Well, one of the best practices for prospecting, again, it goes back to warming up your cold calls, getting them familiar with your name, our company, and doing it in a unique and creative way that gets their attention. And I think another thing is, there's a sales guru once told me that the only thing worse sounding than somebody reading a script is somebody not reading a script. And because we try for months to get people on the phone, to get that first appointment. And so many times you get their voicemail. And finally one of these days they're answering the phone. Whoa. And it's lights, camera, action. And you better know what you're gonna say, you better sound clear, you better sound confident, it better be compact. You got all of about 30 seconds to keep their attention. And I think preparation is key. I don't believe in reading scripts. I believe in writing out a script until you can get it so it's second nature. But I think it's important to write out what you say, and I've seen up close in person the results of being prepared when that person answers the phone. Being prepared to overcome objections. There's really only 3 to 5 common objections people give us for not meeting with us. I'm really busy right now, can you send us some information, right? We've all heard that. I'm really happy with my current supplier. I'm just not interested right now. But there's good responses to those. So let's just get clear on what they are and practice some common responses and stay in the game. Still ask for the appointment. That's the main goal.
Awesome.
You want to share with your team?
The one piece of wisdom that I would share with my team is to have a plan and to execute, execute, execute. It's just way too easy in the 70-hour work week that we all live and breathe, and sometimes getting yelled at by the customers, sometimes you're saving the day, sometimes you're having big wins. It's just easy to get caught up. I mean, you can't get caught up. You can't allow yourself to get caught up. And I think it's the one person who won't break an appointment with you is yourself. I think it's very key that the most successful people that I've met at Magid, they make an appointment with themselves to cold call each week. Not every day, but each week. And it's effective because the cycle is so long and you always got to be feeding the pipeline. So my advice, words of wisdom, are to have a system, how you're going to market. Not just the company plan how they're going to market, but how you're going to go to market and work that plan. And I think if between being prepared, working your plan, and just good organization, and you taking advantage of the resources available to you at this company. I've always believed that if you viewed this like a franchisee, if that makes sense, I mean, you have all the resources available to you, but you have to operate from it like you own your own business, like it's your money, like it's your livelihood, that sort of thing. And so that's really what I would leave people with as far as words of wisdom, if I'm qualified to give that.